So we're going to turn to books, if you don't mind. Of course, my first recommendation is there's a capitalist in me. Buffett, The Making of an American Capitalist. It's a beautiful book of how this one of the world's richest men created his world. Beautiful book that I recommend. I'm all these days for AI. This is a great book. I've recommended it before. Hacking Darwin, Genetic Engineering and the Future of Humanity. Great book. Again, this is a time for people like you in the opposition to understand what AI is, yes, to follow their policies about AI. We should have a minister of AI right now. I think somebody clearly understand what AI is. Politicians and business leaders. The other book, again, I've recommended this book before, but because I see the importance of technology central to where this nation is going, is a book called Life After Google, The Fall of Big Data and the Rise of a Blockchain Economy. What books are you going to recommend? 3 books at least? I know you have a pile, but I just want 3.
Okay, thanks. I think...
And why are you recommending them, yeah?
I think towards a democratic developmental state is important for Zimbabwean readers because by Dr. Kanyenze.
Okay.
I think Kanyenze, the work by Kanyenze, Debros and others, beginning with Beyond the Enclave up to towards democratic developmental state, I think it's very important in where we are, because we want to see how to rescue Zimbabwe beyond the current mess. I think secondly, obviously, for people like you in business, I think you must look at the future of capitalism, because you get to understand why Paul Collier...
Oh, yes. I've got it in my library.
Yes, it's important because it unpacks the contradiction that capitalism face in the present moment and why some of us remain in the center left. Yeah. So I think that because we're looking at the role of human beings in the institution.
Like the way he tells personal stories, they relate to healthcare, pensions and so forth, and illustrating how capitalism is broken. It's a great book.
And then I think lastly, I think people must go back to what should be done by Lenin. I was rereading the book when I had a conversation with the students, and he raised a very important thing about the role of the intelligentsia in a revolution. He talks about the vanguard, and his argument is that why is that the intelligentsia must play a central role. So I think those of us who are very active in politics must go back to those basics and begin to understand, because he raises questions around the role of the intelligentsia, but also gives certain guidelines on how they should prosecute this struggle, because history repeats itself. So we are back and we must be able to get instructions from history